What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. My name is Zach, and as always, I'm your host here on the Divine Dividend. Today is December 7th, and we are talking about Tesla because today is Monday, and 2 Mondays from now, they will be added to the S&P 500. This is absolutely monumental. I want to say Tesla's been around for like 17 years, and that's enough time for them to build up this monster market cap that they have. And today they pushed. I think they're sitting at 644 right now, something crazy like that. And their previous high was 607, so we jumped like 37 bucks over the previous all-time high, and that's, I guess, what we're going to look at right now. Where's the market sentiment? Is this big jump to the S&P 500 already priced in, or can we expect another run-up? And what's going to happen in the next 2 weeks? So sit back, relax, and let's get to the bottom of this. Okay, so I had heard rumors about this for a few weeks now, probably like maybe about a month or so, that it was going to happen. But as far as the news, like, when did the news bring it out and say that, hey, this is officially happening? And the earliest article I can find is Wall Street Journal, November 16th, okay? So these other ones are about a week ago. This one was on the 17th. So maybe the news came out late on the 16th, and then finally we saw its results like the morning of the 17th. So if we want to find out when Robinhood found out, you can see there's a lot of sideways action, and then even at 3 p.m. on the 16th, it was still sideways, and then boom, it looks like we gapped up on the morning of the 17th. All right, so taking a look at the 4-hour chart, you can see that we did in fact have this massive gap up. Ended up being like a false breakout because even at the end of the day, we couldn't just make up the gains we had gained that morning. However, this candle bounced right off this triangle formation that we're in, and now we're in this ascending channel, right? And even on the RSI, you can tell that everything is looking a little overbought right now. However, this is something that you pay a lot more attention to if we're going strictly off technicals. And right now we're not, because this news is going to throw a lot of those technicals out the window. So one of the very first bits of advice somebody gave me when I started trading was do not trade based on emotion. And to be honest, I don't think everyone got the same memo, because I can't think of anyone who would recommend a stock with a P to E ratio, price to earnings, of 1.19 thousand. That's insane, and it does not seem sustainable. Just so we're on the same page, the price to earnings ratio that means one price per share is 1,190 times higher than their earnings per share. To put that into perspective, the current S&P 500 10-year PE ratio is 33.79. To put that more into perspective, Amazon, who's been one of the most insane performing growth stocks over the last 5-10 years, has grown 368% over the last 5 years. They have a PE ratio of 92.62. So this is something Tesla's going to have to keep in mind for long term. So as far as trading goes, 2 things we don't want to do is go against the momentum, and the other thing we don't want to do is try and call the top, especially when we're not going necessarily based off technicals, but we're going off the news. And the news has only just started happening. We still have 2 weeks to see where everything's going to finally settle down at. Now, I'm not just going to sit here and tell you to buy. A lot of people who are in Tesla have been in Tesla for years, and they truly believe that EV is the future. I do think that eventually, yeah, we probably will get to fully EV or self-driving or whatever AI Tesla has going on. And a lot of people are big fans of Elon Musk. But right now, just because we're at an all-time high, doesn't mean that when we got to this all-time high, we didn't eventually pass it again here, and so on. So like I said, we're not paying attention to the technicals right now. Right now, we're riding the momentum. And these next 2 weeks are going to be crazy. I think we might see a little drop in the near term only because the RSI is so overbought. However, one thing I want to make you aware of, if you don't already know, is the ETFs and index funds that follow the S&P 500. And they do so because the banks and all these fund managers, they will buy some shares, equally weighted of course, and it follows the S&P 500 because they own at least some stocks of all of the companies in the S&P 500. So all the banks and the asset managers that have these ETFs and index funds will have to buy Tesla at whatever price it is in order for their chart to match the S&P 500. So once again, guys, I want to remind you to try and trade without emotion. As you can see, we broke out of this consolidation phase and we've been on the rise ever since. Today we went up $42, and even after hours we're continuing the rise. We're up almost $6 after hours. And I don't really see the price going down until we get closer to the 16th, 17th, 18th. As we approach that Friday and those options expire, I think we're going to see people start to take profits. So that's all I got for today, guys. If you like what you saw, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.